You might as well become a part of something that can give you free money. That's why we talking about these airdrops, because y'all probably heard about them blockchain, how the blockchain rewarding people and giving them free money, and you want some, don't Welcome to the House of Al Bay. I'm your host, Alonzo, and here at the House of Al Bay, we'll be touching numerous subjects, anything from meditation to blockchain innovation, and it's all done from a health-based perspective. So what's your physical health like? What's your mental health like? What's your spiritual health like? And a lot of y'all got messed up financial health. What could you do to better that? You might as well become a part of something that can give you free money. That's why we talking about these airdrops, because y'all probably heard about them blockchain, how the blockchain rewarding people and giving them free money, and you want some, don't you? Now this video is not for those who already know about airdrops, already know how, why, where, and what. If you're somebody who wants to know more about airdrops, why companies are giving them, and how to attain them, stay. If you are not interested or you already know how, the video is not for you. But feel free to share with people who do want to know how, when, and where. Excuse the noise. You're gonna be here. You might hear some background noise. I live with a lot of people. My apologies, but bear with me. With that being said, first thing you need to know about airdrops is what they are. Now, an airdrop is technically a way to be rewarded for being an early adopter of a blockchain application. Often these blockchain applications are dApps that are rewarding people, but it's more than dApps, decentralized applications that are giving rewards / airdrops to early adopters. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, I've been early to a lot of things, but I never been paid before. Take a few things into consideration. The blockchain, it's still relatively new. It's still at its infant stages. It's still a baby. But the goal is to fully involved in all aspects of society. But most people are scared of new things. Most people are scared of the unknown, which is associated with the new. In fact, a lot of people wait for you to do it first to see what happens to you, to see if they're going to join you or not. You know what I'm saying? Everybody watch what happens to you first. Most people don't have the balls to be first for a lot of things. But things don't always roll out or happen as fast as one would want, especially when it comes to the general populace. So being that there's not too many people who are actually using these applications, what better way to bring attention, to build a bigger community, than by rewarding those who are already involved, who are probably going to tell their friends, yo, look at this, I got paid, but I just made 3 bands, 6 bands, 10 bands. Yeah, that's happening. And some, just because I'm an early adapter. So an airdrop is a reward mechanism for those who have the balls to participate in a space that not everybody cares to learn about, or most people are scared of. It's not just that these rewards, these airdrops are free money, but a lot of times they're actually governance tokens. They're actually governance tokens most of the time. And what governance tokens are is like they're like a privilege or a right that gets granted to you through a token, through a digital asset, through a cryptocurrency. Those tokens get rewarded to the people who use the applications, and those who use it a lot get the most tokens. Those same rights granted to you through the governance tokens also give you the ability to have a vote on where the company goes. So usually companies make a vote on what they want to do, what features they want to add, why, when, and how, and there'll be votes that'll be made. But most people won't have access to make a vote unless they work for the company or own the company. Now, here's an article I found on medium.com, Crypto Pragmatic, I believe his name is, and I have the link in the bio. But in this article, he talks about the ENS token drop. ENS Domain is a company that allows you to buy domain names for your crypto soft wallet, aka Web3 wallet. Here, he writes 4 reasons why they made the airdrop, why they did the airdrop. But I realize that these same 4 reasons are in correlation with many of the other reasons that other companies do airdrops. One of them is build hype, which is technically what I'm saying. When you award people who join the space and use the app, you build hype by giving them free tokens, which is essentially free money. And you keep a community and are likely to build a bigger community because those people are going to talk about the free money they made. I mean, when this ENS token drop happened, it made the news. So those people who hear about free money, oh, it's not PUA, it's not snaps, aka ABT, it ain't tax write-offs. Oh, no doubt. I'm going to have to check that out. Well, some people will. A lot of people are scared of the blockchain. Even more reason to give them free money. And don't join the space just because you want airdrops. Do not join the space just because you want an airdrop. Like, you're not gonna end up qualifying for an airdrop if you're just here because you want airdrops. Why? Well, the only way for you to actually end up using more than one application, which is gonna enhance your possibility of gaining an airdrop, because you never really know what company's gonna drop when or where, or even why. So you figure out things that you're into. Like, if you want more financial sovereignty, start learning about DeFi. If you want financial privacy and sovereignty, start learning about DeFi. Then that way you end up using more than one application. Then when one of them is going to eventually drop an airdrop, and that's it. You're good to go. But if that's not the case, if you're just coming over here just for airdrops, you're not really going to use the space properly. You're not even really going to, if you end up using an application at all. So figure out, if you're in the art, figure out how within your art field, the blockchain is being implemented. If you're in the music, figure out how it's being implemented. If you're in the movies, figure out. If you just want more financial privacy, figure out how you're going to use these dApps to get that. And eventually you're going to end up qualifying for an airdrop. Now, it's not uncommon for companies to offer airdrops according to how much transactions you have on their platform. For example, let's say MetaMask announces that it's gifting airdrops. It's gifting tokens. It's going to do an airdrop. They say we're going to give 50. Hold on, my Siri's acting stupid. We're going to give 50 tokens per transaction. If you have 10 transactions, you're going to have 500 tokens. If you have 5, you're going to have less. But there's also companies or applications that it doesn't matter how many transactions you use. As long as you use them within a certain time period, you're going to receive a token. That could be 100 tokens, 1,000 tokens, whatever. The equivalent of the token is not going to be, that's going to be determined on the company. But yeah, that's not uncommon here in this space. And since we're talking about how airdrops may be gifted to the wallet holders, I also want to bring up that those, not all the time, but sometimes, those who hold the most governance tokens, their vote has more weight than those who don't. And, that could be for numerous reasons. It could be as simple as you have so many transactions and you use the application so much that you get so much governance tokens. So why not have a say of where the company goes? I mean, it uses so much. But that depends on the rollout of the token in the airdrop. But yeah, that does happen sometimes. And then there's other companies where it's like, it doesn't matter how many tokens you have. As long as you have governance tokens, everybody's vote is equal. So yeah, that's another thing that I want you to take into consideration within the space. So now let's move on to companies that have actually given airdrops. And one of the more well-known companies that's given airdrops is ENS Domains. Now, ENS Domains is a Ethereum name service. What you do is the same way you would buy a domain name for a website. These soft wallets, these Web3 access interfacers, you could attach a domain name to them. ENS Domains allows you to attach a domain name to any wallet that's a Ethereum-based wallet. So if instead of just using your code, your contract address to your wallet, you would tell somebody, send the money to 123.eth. That's your wallet. You know what I'm saying? You can put that on the website. You can put that anywhere. So that's what they offer. That's the service they offer. That company, not too long ago, gifted $500 million worth of tokens, governance tokens. And they gave that to 133,000 wallets. If I divide that equally, that's about $3,000 something per wallet. Some people got way more. I know people who got like 15,000 just because they had so many transactions and bought so many names. Hence, I mentioned earlier, a lot of people get, a lot of companies that give you tokens based on how many transactions you have. That's one example right there. That's not always true, but in this case, it was. I know people who made like well over 15,000, 20,000, even 30,000 because they bought so much goddamn domain names. That could have been you. Another company has given out an airdrop before. I almost qualified for it, but when I was first learning about the space, if I would have used the Uniswap interface, Uniswap platform a little bit earlier, I would have actually qualified for the airdrop. But I know people who came up. I know people came up with like 10 G's off of that Uniswap airdrop. I would have killed to be one of them, but I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But that could have been you. So don't miss out. Get active. Book me if you want to learn more. Now, inside that same ENS domain article talking about the airdrop that ENS tokens had, or ENS domains, they mentioned that MetaMask is actually going to have an airdrop. We don't know when, but it's been talked about, it's been mentioned, and it's probably going to happen, which is a very, 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 very big deal. And the reason why it's such a big deal is because MetaMask doesn't have a token. It doesn't have a cryptocurrency. So the fact that it's going to release a token, now I don't know how the smart contract is going to be encoded. Like, I don't know what's going to be encoded in it. I don't know what it's going to actually be. But it could just be a digital asset that's linked to MetaMask, so it's going to be worth something off bucks. I could put my word on that. But if it's a governance token, it would be even doper. It's a double victory because you now have the, me, I like the company. I actually like the company, so I want to have a say, and I would like to have something that represents some kind of ownership. So if I can have governance tokens that have a say when the company's going, and how it's going to have its features, whenever they ask a question, I get to vote, I'm down with that. I want that. And I have a digital asset that I can also cash out on whenever if necessary, but I'll probably keep it. But anyways, those of you who want to get involved in the space, definitely do ASAP, because you might end up qualifying for that MetaMask airdrop. And what MetaMask is a soft wallet. There's two types of wallet. There's a soft wallet and a hard wallet. Nano Ledgers, SafePals, those are hard wallets. Soft wallets are like just non-physical wallets that you can have on your phone and have on your desktop. MetaMask being that kind of application, and it's a browser and a wallet. So you can hold your cryptocurrency in it, but you can also access Web 3.0 on your phone or on your desktop. So it's one of the biggest companies out there, and it's one of the best. So definitely get involved. You might be able to get that airdrop for real, for real. So don't sleep, get into space. If you don't know nothing, book me. You know what I'm saying? You could book me. You could go visit the link tree. I do consultations. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just be active, be aware, and pay attention. Press subscribe. Follow me on Odysee. Odysee actually respects freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is something it's a right you never want to let go of, even if you don't like what people have to say. You never want to let go of freedom of speech. Odysee actually respects freedom of speech. It's a blockchain application. So they messing with the Web3 and they pay you in cryptocurrency. So go follow me on Odysee and be active on Odysee, and follow and subscribe on follow my IG, follow my Twitter, follow my I said Twitter already. Follow my TikTok. Follow and subscribe to the YouTube and subscribe to the Odysee. And the beat was made by The Nameless. Go follow their IG. They're gonna release soon, but you can find them on Audius. You can find The Nameless on Audius. I'm gonna drop the link in the description. But anyways, peace.